Welcome back to Rocky Pool. This is the March edition featuring bird clips from the trail camera that I have positioned at Rocky Pool. Our first visitor is this tiger flycatcher, that is Taiga, not the big cat, a common winter visitor in Thailand. Now some blue flycatchers, possibly female hill blue flycatchers. You can see the date and time, etc. at the bottom of the screen. It is a cool morning for us on the 3rd of March. As I said, in the February edition, I now have a permanent hide on that earth bank at the back of the picture, and I can't wait to get in there with my Sony camera and get some proper 8K video. Here a pair of eastern spotted doves cooling off. Striped-throated bulbuls, one of 5 species that regularly visit the pool. Stay tuned for a surprise species later. Here is another of the daily visitors, sooty-headed bulbuls. And I believe I have both the northern and southern race here. Is this still a tiger flycatcher or something different? It feels different. Now look at this. My favourite, laughing thrushes. Lesser necklaced at the front, some greater necklaced behind, and of course white crested on the left. Streak-eared bulbuls, another of the bulbul species that visit every day. Now here is one of several drongo species being disturbed there by a racket-tailed tree pie. I believe this is a bronzed drongo. Just look at how the colours of the green-billed malkoa are shining in this brighter light. Here is that little flycatcher again. It must be a tiger flycatcher, also known as a red-throated flycatcher. But something seems a little different about this one. Please leave a comment if you have any observations on that. You can hear the tick-tick-tick sound of a tailor bird. And here is a tailor bird. Common, I think. I believe these are bronzed drongos. Oh, what a sight for sore eyes. Again, it is early afternoon on a hot day. This is all good information for me to know the right time to come and sit in the hide, or if I have visitors, I will be able to advise them on the best times for particular birds. We just caught a glimpse of a greater racket-tailed drongo there, another daily visitor. I've tried to encourage a variety of habitat types here at Huikeying Nature Park, including grassland, which these white-rumped munias really seem to appreciate. As soon as I built this pool, this white-rumped charmer moved in and declared ownership. If you see these racket-tailed tree pies in the right light, you will see that they have a stunning green sheen on their plumage and a piercing blue eye. Green-billed malkoa, the largest of the birds that we regularly get here. Now, two of the very common bulbul species here, but wait for it, an ochraceous bulbul. Fantastic to see this bird again. I first got some film last year, and at that time it was the most northerly record in Thailand for this southern species. A great racket-tailed drongo again. A very vocal bird. And now look at this. My first ever record of an ashy drongo here. Wonderful. At the back pool there, a Siberian blue robin. Very distinct tail bobbing in this winter visitor. After this time, we won't see them again until perhaps October or November time. A black-naped monarch male doing his dive bomb bathing routine. And again. Once again, as in February, crested goshawk visited virtually every day. The very distinctive call of the racket-tailed tree pie. The tiger flycatcher here again, with its characteristic tail flicking that I didn't see in the bird earlier, and one of the reasons why I was a little confused. And the colours on the eastern spotted dove really showing up beautifully in this light. Again, around about 1:30-ish seems to be a busy time at the pool. The temperature is showing 42 degrees centigrade, and though we do get temperatures at around about that at this time of year, I think it may be somewhat exaggerated by the metal security box around the trail camera on this particular day. Actually, seeing these malcoas makes me realize that previously we had greater corkles visiting the pool last year regularly, but I haven't seen them at all this year, at least at the pool. Many on the land. How curious. Bronzed drongos again. A pair of puffed-throated babblers put in an appearance every day, and this is one of the birds that I think will stay around the pool when I start putting out more food later in the year. I plan to have fruit and peanuts available, and possibly mealworms as well, which I know these birds really love. Once again, the Siberian blue robin, unmistakable with that tail action. Often a late visitor, together with the blue flycatchers. You can see it is 6:20 already, and it will be dark by 7. bronzed drongo again. And now a different type of drongo, a hair-crested drongo. Very distinctive with the upturned tail tips and those glossy wings contrasting with the matte black back. Try saying that when you've had a few. A gang of tree pies now. It's always great to get some film of a bird together with its call. The white-rumped munias again. Oh, wow. What a sight that is. Late in the day today. Apart from the somewhat more robust body, you see the comb on the head of the greater racket-tailed drongo that helps to distinguish it from its lesser cousin, which I have not yet recorded here. I'd really appreciate a comment on that call. I just can't place it. And look at this. A small group of pinstriped tit babblers come every day, but often just fleetingly. Here we have 4 of them taking a bath. Lovely. And now perhaps a family of puff-throated babblers. We have 3 here. And clearly this one is very excited about something. This fallen branch is proving to be a hit for many of the birds. This is something I will need to consider when I decorate the pool for filming later in the year. The male black-naped monarch using it as a perch. And now the female. Great to get a call again in shot. Bronzed drongo. Well, it's the 13th of March and I'm about to get a surprise. Wow! A golden fronted leaf bird. I see them often on the land eating some of the fruit trees that I grow for the birds, but this is the first showing at one of the pools. I'm growing a lot of banana and papaya now, which I plan to put out at the pool in the winter months and hope to attract a lot more birds here. Again, a busy afternoon at the pool on a hot day, and really nice light too. Now, somehow, despite burying it underground and putting that big log there on the right, the end of the water pipe has become exposed, and the drongo is drinking directly from it. I've dealt with that now. And now, another of the big highlights for this month. Stunning 4 chestnut cap babblers. This is the first time that they have visited the pool. But that wasn't the end of the surprises. Here, the first visit of a white-breasted kingfisher. And from here on, it visited very often, sometimes catching insects in the pool. The hair-crested drongo again. Here we see the beautiful blue eye of the tree pie. Oh, and a yellow-bellied warbler. Yes, the dinosaur legacy lives on. What a gorgeous splash of colour that is. Oh, and I was wondering where this fellow was. We got plenty of visits through the month of February from the male crested goshawk, but this is the first time in March. Well, we are getting towards the end of the month, and back again at last, the golden-fronted leaf bird. The goshawk is back, but not without some complaints from the other birds. And actually, it was very interesting that in these last couple of days in March, both the male and the female crested goshawk spent about 2 hours each in and around the pool. A collared Scops owl was also a regular nighttime bather at this time. And here is the female crested goshawk, and that brought March to an end. A clip of April's birds will follow soon, including some very interesting passage migrants.